So we are here to talk about WrestleMania Night 2.
Yeah.
Did you watch the pre-show?
No, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm going to watch that most probably tomorrow.
It was a bit of a waste of time match on there, to be perfectly honest. It was all right. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan, and I'm a fan of Natty actually. But it was a match. It was there. So match one of the main card was Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, with Charlotte Flair taking the NXT title. I am split right down the middle on this match.
I'm pissed off with that match. Pissed off.
I really enjoyed the match. I think it's good. I love Rhea Ripley. It was Rhea Ripley's time to win. It shouldn't have gone to Charlotte, but it going to Charlotte is good for NXT. If Charlotte goes to NXT, it will help that brand. But it was time for Rhea Ripley. She's a name though. Don't forget they are, AEW are beating them, and Charlotte's a name.
Yeah, that's the thing. You see, NXT is always been about the next big star. Having a star going back doesn't really make any sense. It really doesn't.
It's changed a lot. NXT is now its own brand. It's sideways. It's got some awesome people like Keith Lee and Adam Cole and all those guys. I mean, absolutely, I prefer NXT to the main brand. But Charlotte will help them because people know Charlotte Flair's name, whereas
I
Shayna Baszler.
Completely disagree with you on everything what you're saying. You're talking out of your backside on this one. Completely.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what the ratings have to say. I think Charlotte will be good for NXT, but I don't like that fact. I wanted Rhea to win. I think she should have won. But I enjoyed the match. But it was like the night before with Becky and Shayna. I wanted Shayna to win. I wanted Rhea to win, but she did not.
I'm expecting to. I was thinking that if it's going to be not take away from Charlotte, not take away from Ripley, I would have thought it would be something like a very sort of like a small package, something like I'd expected like it was with Becky's match. I was half expecting something like that, But to be honest, though, having Charlotte go back to NXT, okay, that's what it is. But she had 10 titles. She doesn't need this. She doesn't need it.
She didn't need the Royal Rumble win.
Draw a line underneath that. That's the reason why she doesn't need it. And that's
are you giving the match a thumbs up, Mitt, or a thumbs down?
But match, great. Match was great. Finish, no.
Because I'm actually giving it a meh, because I really enjoy. I thought it was a really good match. I really like Rhea Ripley. I've got a lot of time for her, and Charlotte's a good wrestler. It seems to get ignored a lot, but I was displeased with the result. The next match was Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. All that story build up to that match. Was it worth it?
I think it was. It was a good payoff. I thought how it all came about and the match as a whole, it wasn't that bad actually. I mean, to be honest with Bobby Lashley though, he's one of those competitors where depending on who he's wrestling, he can elevate that person. But I think Aleister Black elevated him to a new level.
Yeah. Because I think Aleister Black is amazing. I think Aleister Black is truly awesome. Obviously, there was absolutely no story or build-up going into it, but I enjoyed the match. If anything, maybe Bobby Lashley got a bit too much offense in. But I did like the ending with Lana saying "Go for the spear," and Aleister clearly hearing that and just whooping him in the face. That was pretty cool.
But I thought the finish was good. It's what I was expecting. Was what I was hoping for. But as a match, it was actually a good match. and I'll give that a thumbs up.
I'm agreeing with that with a thumbs up. So next up, Love Conquered All, Otis versus Dolph Ziggler. Probably the best story leading into WrestleMania, if you can believe that.
I'm so behind. I was so behind Otis. I love Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery,
Yep.
Just my favorite tag team at the moment. They're so much fun, and I think they're great. They really are great. So much chemistry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I know. Yeah. No. I enjoy. But I can't lie. I didn't think much of the match.
I thought the match was all right. It was.
But the ending when Otis got the girl, I was so happy. I stayed up on night 2 for the whole thing, and I was like,
what she was wearing, I couldn't take my eyes off her, Mandy Rose.
yeah, yeah. She's not hard on the eyes, is she?
You know the old cartoons? We had the wolf. Doing that.
Well, I think if you look, when I watched it, Otis was like, yes, yeah. She's
I don't blame you whatsoever. I'll get that.
See, the match is, but the ending was like, yes. So moving on, we had Edge versus Randy Orton in a last standing match with Edge taking the win. Too long.
Don't get me wrong. When there's these type of matches, but Iron Man matches, all these sort of long matches, it just felt this match just didn't really have. It had a good build up for it. Did the match transfer with the build up equally? No, it just didn't. I was hoping
if they'd have shaved 10 minutes off that match, it would have been an absolute banger. And the thing is, every time I see Edge wrestle, I'm worried about it. It's like, oh, don't do it. Watch out. You know, when he started climbing the ladder, I'm like, don't do it. Do not do it. But it was good. I liked the tour of the Performance Center. It was good to have a good nose around and the backstage area. It was clearly that there was that biggest. I mean, did you see the size of that ladder behind the truck they climbed on? It was ridiculous. And I saw the cameraman go up, and I'm thinking, who's he going to jump onto? But I'm glad they didn't use that ladder. But it was. I wanted Edge's return in front of a crowd, and they could have done the crowd. But in the same vein, I enjoyed it, but it was too long. I'm very torn on that.
10 minutes too long, 10, 12 minutes. I think they could have put that into another match somewhere. But the thing was, I loved how it started with Randy Orton as a cameraman coming in.
Yeah, well, that's what Edge did, wasn't it, years ago?
Yeah.
There was quite a few obviously, we'll come to some of the callbacks in a bit when we get to that match. But there were a few nice callbacks, and I liked it. Did you watch the 24 documentary on Edge?
No, I'm going to.
Watch it. It's so good. It's really good. It's really interesting. Really good.
They got a few documentaries. They said as well. The Undertaker one as well, which I'm going to watch as well. So yes,
that's the Undertaker one is just like a long advert for the documentary. It's not actually there yet. It's just an advert.
Yeah, it's going to be on there in the next week or so. I think.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to the actual docu because it's like it must be a couple of years of his the last couple of years. So that'll be interesting. But Edge, Randy Orton, I'm giving it a thumbs up just because I was happy to see Edge again.
I'm down, completely down. It was no real wrestling. It was just a slugfest. And that's the thing with these type of things going around buildings and so on. There's not much happening in it, and that's the thing as well. Edge is capable of more, even though he's recovering from his back injury. I would have loved to have seen a couple of bigger spots, like what you did with was it Matt or Jeff Hardy in the ladder match, and I was thinking, they're up on the top. Are they going to do a big spot off the top of that truck?
No, he can't though, because his neck is.
They tormented with me, FL, and I felt cheated. But because there was a couple of nice little spots where he was in the boardroom and he climbed on up, and then he just did like an elbow drop. I thought that was cool. There was a few little spots I liked, but overall, I was bored.
But I'd like to see Edge go to NXT. I think that'd be good for NXT as well. If Edge went there, that would be really cool, and have matches with the people there like Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa. He'd have some awesome matches. It would be great to see. Keith Lee, Edge and Keith Lee. Yes, please. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So next up was the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Angel Garza, with Street Profits retaining.
I was bored again.
It was a Raw match. It was just it was like a TV match, wasn't it? It was like, it's all right. I mean, Montez Ford is impressive. He's a future world champion for sure. And they were basically an audience into themselves with all the hooting and hollering. But the match itself, it was a TV match.
I was a thumbs down on it.
So, next up, elimination match: Bayley, Sasha Banks, Naomi, Lacey Evans, and Tamina.
I think that match could have had an extra minute from the Edge match. I think that deserved extra minutes.
Yeah,
Really
I
did believe
that. Although it was still about 20 minutes long, so I've got notes just under the camera. It was about 20 minutes.
Really good spot.
I kind of feel bad for Tamina, because I don't feel anything for Tamina, and it was like, there's Tamina. Oh, she's a bit powerful. Oh, she's pinned. What has Tamina done in the last ever?
But she hasn't done a lot.
She went first. No. Then I thought it was very predictable, the match. Even the order in which they were eliminated, like Tamina going and then Naomi, then the miscommunication to Sasha. The hell of a woman's right from Lacey Evans.
Jesus Christ, that echoed. I mean,
hell of a...
I turned to Sarah when I heard that crack, and she goes, "I love that move." I mean, I said to her, "What do you think is better, Roman Reigns' Superman Punch, which I hate, or the Woman's Right?" And she went, "The Woman's Right's got a much, much better name to it, and it just looks better. Roman Reigns, come on." Fuck you. Oh, you must just.
I like Roman.
I
like Roman Reigns. I'm sorry. I think he's all right. But what? I've never bothered with Lacey Evans, to be honest. I've not been that invested in her. But that move on that night, good God, Sasha Banks is going to need all her fillings replaced. And then obviously, after a bit more interference, Bayley won. But I really enjoyed the match. Thumbs up. I thought it was fun. I like bad guy Bayley.
I actually do like heel Bayley. I really do. I'm so behind her as well. I mean, she's not a terrible heel. She's more of a disgruntled heel, and I think how she's playing it is really good. I can see another match with her and Sasha Banks having another NXT.
Yeah. When they have their match, though, do you want Sasha to be the good guy and Bayley the bad guy, or Bayley the good guy and Sasha the heel? Because I can't decide.
I want to be both be heels.
They won't. No, that won't happen. I think one of them will be one, but I couldn't decide which way around. I also love it when Bayley wears the belt. It says AEW down the middle. Tickles me. But yeah, thumbs up. Next match. I don't even know how the Firefly Funhouse match.
That was so weird, and it wasn't a match.
It was creatively mind-blowing. It was like an alternative history of John Cena's career.
It reminded me of a computer freaks.
Kind of, yeah. Like ruthless aggression.
Yeah, I know.
I've watched it twice now, and it's absolutely amazing. It's clever. It The way it just tweaks it when John Cena turns up in the NWO playing the guitar, like the allusion to the heel turn he never made, and then the bit where he had the chair and Bray Wyatt saying hit him, because their last match at WrestleMania, John Cena wouldn't hit him with the chair, but this time he went for it. All those little tiny things in that match, of which there were 100. And when he sang Nikki Bella's theme tune at him, it's like, ooh, bit on the nose.
Well, this is I think
stunning.
I think this match was better than the Boneyard match.
Oh, see, I've been thinking about that because they're obviously both attractions rather than matches. But again, they were so different. Could you compare them? Because like the Boneyard match was like a fight from a movie.
Yes.
The Firefly Funhouse was
like a dream.
Yeah, like a dream, like a messed up dream.
I mean, because
like when he was on top of him hitting him, and he looked down, and it wasn't Bray Wyatt anymore. It was the pig puppet. It was like, what?
Me and Chris would look at one another, go, "What the hell?" But it is so cool. I mean, each night, Sarah said each night had their own weird match, and she hit it really on the head on that. But for me, I did feel that just edged it just a little bit more than the Boneyard match. Just a little bit.
I enjoyed it more because, but they were so different. I don't think there's something that would be compared, other than the fact they were unique attractions. Mm-hmm. But I preferred the Funhouse, just because it was so crazy. Just nuts. But the only thing is, I would have liked. Oh yeah, this is some good shit.
Yeah.
But what I would have liked to have seen at the end is, Bray Wyatt's been putting pictures of everyone he's beaten up in the Firefly Funhouse. I'd have loved him to put up a picture with John Cena sort of moving around, and then John Cena just sort of stop moving, so he's like captured in the Funhouse. I would have liked to have seen that at the end. But other than that, it was just so mind-bendingly weird. It has to get 2 thumbs up. And I'm probably going to, now we've been talking about it, I'm probably going to go and watch it again because there was so many things in it. Like the second time I watched it, I saw a bunch more things that I missed in the first time. Like I made notes, loads of stuff. Everything they said must have been like everything referenced something from the past. And
they have missed one. I thought they were going to do him as the prototype. When it was in OVW. No, they didn't.
Yeah, no. When he goes, yeah, no. They started with his WWE one, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. The Ruthless Aggression, and I just love that Vince McMahon puppet. It's so good.
Yeah. And so I'm presuming you're giving it a thumbs up. Yeah, just because it was mental. Last but not least, Brock Lesnar versus Drew Galloway, with Drew finally becoming the man and beating the Beast.
Galloway? You say Drew Galloway?
Oh, Drew McIntyre. I'm a big Drew fan. I love Drew. I really like Drew. Because I watched it. There's a match of his on Defiant Wrestling that was WCPW. And I watched that, and they called him Drew Galloway all the way through it. Because I think Drew is going to be an amazing, if they let him, one of the best leading men that they've had in years, because he is absolutely the full package. He's just bloody brilliant. I think I've got a bit of a man crush on him. He's that damn good.
Well, Sarah's got a crush on him a little bit because he's Scottish, and that was the thing about it, you see, because it was such a really good match. I mean, we said, how long is it going to be? We've got 10 minutes, and we're thinking, right, okay, but I don't mind squash matches, but this was a squash match with a little bit of a difference. I think the only squash match I think that didn't really make a squash match was Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. I thought that was a magical match, and this.
His one with AJ Styles was good as well.
Yeah.
But the only thing that tickled me is this match was basically the same match as Goldberg versus Braun Strowman.
Well,
Finisher,
yeah.
finisher, kick
Same-
out, finisher, kick out, finisher, win. So, but this, because I cared about this match, and like I've liked Drew for years. I just think he's awesome. Like there's been loads of things released about him on YouTube and that documentaries, and follow him around, and he's just so cool. And he, I felt bad because I would have he deserved a crowd there as he was posing. But the next time he's in front of a crowd, he should get an absolute monster pop, like, because he deserves it, and he's awesome. And I hope he holds it for a year. Indefinitely, because he's that good.
I just hope they just don't take it away from him. I mean, too soon, and I think that'd be a travesty. And plus, as well, though, Sarah and I just want to make sure he's the first British champion that they've ever had.
Yeah,
which was really nice. That was a nice little nod as well, because I was trying to work out.
Should that give us hope for a potential future UK pay-per-view? Because it's been a while since SummerSlam '92.
Yeah.
Could we be getting that again? When we're allowed to spend time in public again.
Yeah.
I am super high. So WrestleMania Night 2. Are you giving it a?
I don't think it was good as the first night. In some ways, I think there was only a couple. I mean, there's only a couple of good matches were on there. But you said you was in a perfect time, and my mind blew, and my mind was blown with a Firefly match, which it was, because it was so different. You know what? Yeah. Come to think, just now, it just made me realize a few things that it's just kind of resonated with me as well. So yeah, I'll give that a thumbs up. I did enjoy it.
I liked it because it was what I needed, because it was a bit of escapism for a while. Because I mean, you've got to take everything into account: the lack of crowds, the global pandemic, the fact they're keeping going and everything, but in a really different way. There's still, no one else is keeping going like they are, and it was just good fun and weird, really, really weird.
It's definitely weird for sure. And this is the match that annoyed me was the tag match for Kofi Kingston, John Morrison, and Johnny, was it Uso? Yeah, Jimmy. Sorry, 3 of them. And then for the women's match, you had 5. Can someone explain that?
Well, Miz had to pull out, didn't he?
Why did you have to pull out?
Yeah, Miz is. There was something about Miz not being able to be there, which is why it went to singles. Did you not know that?
Right. Okay. I was trying to work out.
Miz was pulled like the same way Roman Reigns was pulled. Miz was pulled, which is why it was just one of each team. I feel bad for Big E.
I did not to wrestle, and I think I do commend him for that. But then we Braun Strowman as a champion, but for how long? It's like they build him up, and they just keep on taking the rug from underneath his feet. And I hope they don't do that. And I hope they don't do that with Drew McIntyre. I really hope.
That's why I don't trust the WWE.
No.
Drew needs to reign, and he needs to reign dominantly for a long time. And he is, he's the superstar that they so desperately want.
Well, that's the thing. So they tried with Roman Reigns so hard, they're pushing too hard, and they forced him down people's throats. People are going to rebel to that. They haven't done that with him at all.
No,
they let his actions.
Yeah, because he's good. He's good on the mic. He's good outside of the ring. When you see interviews, and he's great in the ring as well. He is definitely the full package.
I just really want him to succeed. I really do. I really want him to succeed. I mean, I'm not a big Roman Reigns fan, and I just hope that Roman Reigns don't just come back in his first match. He beat the. If he does, I will kick off big time, and I will. What I'll do? Where's my Roman Reigns figure? I might just throw this away because I don't want to be like.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens, but I think that sums up our WrestleMania thoughts. Need to go and read up on the night after WrestleMania. I've actually done some work today, but I think that's it for this video. I think we're going to have that surprise guest sign us out again at the end. It just tickles me. But I think that's about it. Thank you very much for this chat.
No problem.
I'm going to because I cut the camera off yesterday when you were saying goodbye. There we go. That sums it up nicely.
This is Irwin Ash Scheisse here from one half of Money Incorporated. I have a message for you guys out there. There's one thing more than I hate than tax evaders. It's lockdown evaders. Stay home, stay safe, and remember, do your taxes.
Fingers on plastic.